See how it's just coming out around the bottom. It's actually coming out of the vent hole around where you adjust the air. It's already starting to soak it. It's really hard to see but you can see it's wet right there under the light. I can just rub my finger on it. You can see that it's wet all the way around the bottom of it. And the more you smoke it, it just seems to come out worse and worse. And it's the tank, the glass tank, leaking down into the breather vent hole. The bottom electronics, everything works perfect. It's set on 121 watts, so it's not set very high. But it just wants to leak, and I've tried to seal it up the best I can, but that juice, it's coming out of that hole there. It should be a tight seal, but that juice is burning and getting into my mouth as I vape. And then it'll eventually run down, soak the entire unit, drains all the juice out very fast. That was almost a half a tank. I put it in here. It's probably all sitting down in the side of this part right here. See, yeah, it's starting to come out pretty bad now. I mean, as soon as it fills that tank up, the bottom, as soon as it fills the bottom, air filter up, it starts to pour out of it even worse. I mean, as soon as it drips enough to fill up to the line, it'll come out without having to tip it over. I was just showing you that. That's where the juice is coming from. There's a clear picture. That right there is all saturated. And on this white prism, this one is the same way. And also, on the top of this, you push the button in to open it. Well, this one was the very top piece was kind of bent, and it doesn't open very well. You have to almost force it open, and then once it opens, you have to push it down to close it, which mine is made well. Comes right open as it's supposed to. But this one is also, if you see, it's leaking down. It hasn't had time to leak and fill up enough. But it's also leaking down into the vent hole. Just the seal on the bottom of this tank right here. It's not a very good seal. And as you continue to smoke it, you can taste the juice getting in your mouth because it's going down to the bottom and burning it. And this one will eventually fill up, start coming out the bottom. I've attempted to seal it the best I can. It's not doing it very, obviously, it's just not wanting to work very well. Just not wanting to seal up good. And there should be no leakage at all from this tank. Right now it is wet on the inside of it, but it's not wanting to pour out yet. Of course, I'm not. It's kind of hard to sit here and smoke out of both of them as well. But that's where it's coming from. I mean, if that oil sits there long enough, of course I can't make a 5-minute long video. This one does the exact same thing. And like I said, I love the unit. Me and my wife both love them. It's just the seal. It's in the bottom of this tank that goes around the silver part in there that actually burns it. When you screw that onto it, I imagine that seal that's in between that and then the bottom breathe part. It must be leaking through that part. Yeah, you can see where it's starting to slowly come out as well. It's just not a tight seal. And it's you can tell that it's going through because, like I said, it's burning and it's coming up into your mouth through the mouthpiece. Which this mouthpiece was, like I said, it was kind of bent and it's still hard to lock in and out, like when it should be really loose, like mine is. But yeah, that's the video. I just want to send it to you. It's what you told me to send. This one, yeah, it's just saturated all the way around that now. Pretty bad. Without even smoking out of it, yeah, it's starting to run out pretty good now. Other than that, these things are perfect. I love them. We need new, I guess we're going to need new tanks. That way, properly sealed. Because it was just supposed to be a pretty much plug and play, screw it on, and everything was supposed to be a tight seal. And first thing it did was start leaking on me, so just wanted to let you see it, or let you know about it.